have hyperspace lanes for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There has to be someone out there who's like a conspiracy theorist who doesn't trust light speed, so they only go average speed wherever they go.
There's no such thing as hyperspace. The universe is flat, I tell you.
Hyperspace gives you cancer.
Right,
Hello there, you found the Lost Holocron, an ancient artifact of lore and legends from a galaxy far, far away. Each transmission of the Lost Holocron, you will join an episodic discussion of media from the Star Wars universe. We have our almond, Tim.
I hate almonds.
We have our walnut, Kyle.
Hi.
I was gonna say nothing. We have our cashew, Stuart.
Yeah. There you go.
Good one.
And then we got myself, Scott, the pistachio. And together, we're all just a little nuts.
A little?
We'll be your guides. We will be covering the material up to and including Chapter 27 of Dark Force Rising. So, Mr. Cashew, what happened so far?
Gosh, it was me, right? Talon Karrde has been sitting on the location of the Katana Fleet for many years, waiting for the most profitable opportunity to sell his knowledge. Unwittingly betrayed by Mara Jade, Grand Admiral Thrawn captured the smuggler to extract the coordinates. Even after the death of the Emperor, Mara is compelled to enact his revenge upon Luke Skywalker. Despite this, Luke is the only person she could ask to help her free Karrde. She found him having followed the call of dark Jedi clone Jerua Sabaoth, lured by a promise to rebuild the Jedi Order. Sabaoth's methods were unlike what Luke had come to expect of a true Jedi. Indeed, when Mara Jade arrives, she dispels Sabaoth's manipulative aura within his Salamir, revealing the depths of his deception to Luke. They clashed with the Mad Jedi and left him unconscious in his castle, Luke hoping to one day cure him of his madness. Together, they freed Karrde from Imperial detainment and set course for Coruscant, Karrde willing to give up his knowledge as a debt of gratitude. Thrawn is not out of options, as he has been tracking a splinter faction from the early Galactic Civil War led by Garm Bel Iblis. Bel Iblis has acquired 6 of the Katana dreadnaughts, and after meeting with Han Solo and Lando Calrissian, gave them a contact for his supplier. Not careful enough, Han and Lando were tracked by ship thief Niles Ferrier. The Empire intercepted and made away with the supplier. On Coruscant, a doubtful Borsk failure stalls a full-blown recovery effort in favor of an investigation team to confirm that it is the fabled Katana Fleet. Knowing that the clock is running down, Karrde set Mara to regroup with their organization, and Leia commission a rogue team to arrive ahead of Failur's hand-picked one. Kyle, what happened in Chapter 27?
Luke, Han, Lando, Chewbacca, and Wedge arrive at the coordinates. Luke is guided by the Force and directs the boarding party to the flight's flagship and namesake, the Katana. Luke and Han led one team to the bridge, while Lando and Chewbacca had another to the engineering. The Katana is eerily pristine, with only the occasional maintenance droid to be seen. In spite of that, the sublight drives are inoperable, indicating a cumbersome recovery operation. Thalia, Karrde, and Leia arrive in the command suite aboard escort frigate Quinfis. From the bridge, Captain Virgilio hails Han and informs him that his team is to surrender and turn themselves into their custody. When Wedge challenges the directive, Thalia responds, citing the authority of the Council and Mon Mothma. As a superior officer, Virgilio commands Wedge to stand down, and Han encourages him to back down before cutting his own arm. It's at this moment the Imperial Star Destroyer Indicator drops out of hyperspace, immediately launching their own boarding party. As Rogue Squadron moves to engage, Thalia demands Captain Virgilio to call their own X-Wings and prepare to retreat. Before Leia can add her voice, Thalia cuts the intercom to the bridge and presses his authority on the mission, brandishing a blaster for emphasis. On the Katana, Han fires a single turbo laser lance through the grouped Imperial droid ships before the batteries overload. Without recourse, everyone aboard the Katana regroup towards the hangar to repel the remaining incoming Imperial. Aboard Quinfis, Thalia admonishes Leia for her sentimentality for soldiers. Karrde, reading Felia's game, drops the data pad on the console beside her, a Separatist's message to turn on the intercom. Leia uses her Jedi powers to activate every comm unit, while Karrde sets up Felia to confess his political self-interest. With Felia's denouncement of their lives as soldiers, Captain Vergalia orders the Quinfis to full battle readiness and has Felia placed under guard. The Chimera is waiting at a nearby staging area when it receives the engagement report from the Judicator. Before they can jump to assist, Sabayoth arrives in a hijacked Lancer freight, holds hostage to the mind of the navigator, and demands presently to speak with Thrawn. The preemptory order is to go in the Chimera's stead. Paleon and Thrawn share quiet concerns that Sabayoth is becoming ungovernable.
Before we get into it, can I have a minute to talk about my favorite Christmas movie? So Batman
Please take us to the
Returns
stage.
came out the same year that this book was published, and it shares a plot point.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Batman Returns.
because
I don't remember that one.
Failure also tried to hamstring Governor
the
Gordon.
Penguin, like Phalia, has political ambitions. And
Uh-huh.
like Phalia, the Penguin's political influence was destroyed when Batman recorded him saying things about the citizens of Gotham and how awful they are. So I did not expect to see that connection between these two things that came out in the same year. So if a movie ever gets made, I think we should cast Danny DeVito as Borsk's Phalia.
Yes. Except for he'd be on the bridge. Anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Imagine
Well-
Danny DeVito rippling his fur.
I just imagine him in makeup like John Candy as what was his name? Lone Star and
Barf.
Barf. He's just got like a little muzzle painted on his around his mouth. Purple contact lenses.
It was funny. I was also just thinking about how I've seen this scene where you secretly record someone over an intercom happen so many times. It has to be like a trope for movies. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a whole episode
Yeah.
of American Dad that pays tribute to everybody becoming like whoever becomes a class president ultimately shuts themselves down by over the loudspeaker saying how much power they now have over the idiots. That happens to like 3 or 4 people in that episode.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then this kind of reminded me of the part of in that movie Serenity, where like they broadcast everything over from the Mr. Universe or whatever.
Is that the Firefly
Oh,
movie
yeah.
Serenity?
Yeah, Firefly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of that part too. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, after recent political developments, I just cannot believe this trope anymore.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's like the most believable thing, right? That
why-
the people in power have disdain for the people under them.
But do the supporters believe it now?
Oh yeah, they probably don't believe it anymore.
That's why it's not believable to me
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, that it doesn't
'Cause
change anything.
I don't think it would change anything.
Right. Yeah.
It's hard to believe that happening now.
Yeah, 'cause,
Right,
you
yeah.
know, he
Although
could-
granted, these are military people, so it's a bit different, maybe. But
It's military people on the border of a skirmish, so
Mhm.
yeah,
I do think that makes it a little bit more.
yeah,
it does. Yeah,
because they're not necessarily loyal to.
I was going to say, you do also remember that this is science fiction. In the fictional world, this works all the time.
Right.
It's the perfect.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I'm
Unfortunately,
just
we
talking
live
about
in
the trope in
reality.
general now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Problem
think
is we don't
well,
have
I don't
a
know if I,
small enough group to mob the person. It's too big.
I don't know if I said it in the last chapter, but I feel like if anybody's going to rival Thrawn's big brain, it is definitely Karrde.
hmm
He is a very good character to have that kind of is observant of everything and knows just how to kind of like do that 3D chess.
hmm
But
we had
does
it-
he like art?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, he
He's
doesn't have to not like it, but He definitely doesn't like it as much as Thrawn does.
No, he's Thrawn is analyzing art. He's analyzing everybody's like financial transactions or the social relationships between people. That's what he's really good at reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a more potent skill, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot of time to study people's art to be able to use that in the moment.
It definitely seems like it would take a really long time to learn everything you can.
Yeah.
It's like that trope of like Batman can defeat anybody as long as he has enough prep time. And I feel like that is Thrawn. If he has enough prep time and enough intel, he can defeat anybody. But like, if he's just shooting from the hip, I don't think that he has the kind of skills that set him up for success.
So Talon Karrde is Dick Grayson. Because Dick has always been better at improvising than Batman. This is now a Batman podcast.
Is that one of the Robins?
Yeah, it's the first one. He became Nightwing, then he became Batman, and then he became Nightwing again. Yeah, nice. And that's like the main difference between him and Batman. Also, it goes deeper than I thought. He's also much more social than Batman and better at making connections.
Have you read any of New Batman yet?
No, I haven't. How is it?
The Absolute Batman just came out. It's okay. Batman's not rich in this world.
Ooh, okay.
A way to endear him to modern readers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody hates billionaires now, so.
Yeah, the Robert Pattinson Batman movie tried. They tried.
I didn't see that one.
I enjoyed that one. That was not bad at all.
I feel like it was about an hour longer than it had to be.
Yeah, absolutely longer than it had to be. And it's also hard because, like, I feel like they do a lot of they recycle a lot of ideas from other Batman movies. Most of the time they do those ideas better, but you still can't help but feel like, the freshness isn't there.
Yeah.
So, I'm very mixed on it.
That every Batman movie is a Bruce Wayne Batman, Maybe it's time to have a movie that's set like post Bruce Wayne and somebody's looking to reclaim the mantle or, revive an old symbol that everybody could have got behind in the past, but now we just need that bit of cohesion, which sounds honestly a bit like modern problems. So I feel like that would go down pretty well.
Yeah, like a Battle for the Cowl kind of movie.
Yeah.
Between the Robins.
Real quick, I did want to say I did find what this is called for TV tropes. It's engineered public confession. They always have a list of movies that do it. The third one mentioned is Batman Returns. And then they point out they also do it in Batman and Robin when they secretly record Poison Ivy bragging about killing Mr. Freeze's wife.
I haven't watched that one in so long.
Big in the Keaton Batmans. Keaton loves engineered public confessions.
Right, didn't he do something like that with Joker? Or am I misremembering?
Probably.
I'm just going to rewatch them all.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Tim, don't.
I guess we'll have to do a Batman watch party.
Oh.
Batman
You're going to have to make a Batman podcast.
Yeah.
We are right now.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. What do you guys think
who's everyone's
Terry
favorite
McGinnis?
Batman? I love Terry McGinnis.
Right.
Are Kyle and I the only ones that know who Terry McGinnis is?
Probably.
The name's familiar.
They probably
Is that
know.
wasn't that Nightwing at one point?
No.
Okay, I'm totally wrong.
It's Batman Beyond.
That's what I was thinking of, not Nightwing, Batman Beyond. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Does that show hold up? Is that still good?
Mm-hmm. I rewatched it recently.
Where's that
All
at?
these characters have names?
What do you mean?
It's not just Batman.
There's lots of Robins.
They're not born being called Batman.
Yeah.
No, I searched Terry McGinnis, and then down the bottom it's got people also searched, and it's got like a bunch of pictures, all of Robins that say Matt McGinnis, Tim Drake, and a few other side characters there.
Man,
Like,
And then the one girl Robin that got fired.
Oh, yeah.
Fired.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What am I thinking of?
Damian Wayne,
I'm thinking something.
Yeah.
that's his
Andre
kid. The third
Beaumont,
Robin.
Dick Grayson.
Fourth.
Oh, was he the fourth? I didn't know if Stephanie Brown was before or after.
Yeah. Oh, she might have been before, so he might be the fifth.
Oh, who would have been third? Because it was Tim Drake.
Yeah. Tim Drake.
Dick
So
Grayson.
it's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and then I think Stephanie was after Tim.
Okay.
There's also an IMDb at the bottom for a British American actor, Terry McGinnis, who is lucky to have made it onto the first page, being pushed down by all these Batman references.
Hell yeah.
When I think of Batman, I think of the old Batman from Batman Beyond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I think that's the first one that comes to mind. Yeah. Yeah, I think I really liked him.
I
didn't
just
know
did
you
a
were such a big
rewatch
Batman
of the
fan, Tim.
60s Batman movie. That was something special.
It's a good time and shockingly similar to The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. Huh.
You're not
right.
wrong. God damn it. Oh. If they threw
Yes,
in
God,
a
I am a
dolphin,
big
took the
Batman
bullet.
fan.
If they took the dolphin, took the bullet scene from that movie, it would have been a masterpiece of cinema.
Yeah.
I thought Tim was a Spider-Man guy, but
I'm more of a
Yes.
Spider-Man guy.
Okay.
No, I had a very big Batman phase in high school, so because it was high school, that's why I don't talk about it as much. But I still have very strong Batman opinions.
uh-huh.
Where do
I
you
guess that's
stand
your
on?
Marvel versus DC persona.
Yeah, I guess.
Where do you stand
I could
on
definitely
Batman
see you
not
as-
killing?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, you don't care? Okay.
Batman's fun both ways.
Have they done it? Oh, yeah, they have. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's done it. Ben Affleck has done it.
Yeah.
And his movies were stupid, but he was fun.
I like the setup of I have very strong opinions on Batman, and then the first question is I don't care.
Considering the Batman fandom, that is a strong opinion.
Fair, very fair.
Yeah.
What do you think your strongest Batman opinion is then?
My strongest Batman opinion is that the Robert Pattinson Batman movie sucks.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
For the most part. It's
Yeah, but is
beautiful.
that really a hot
But-
take, or is that just what everybody thinks?
It is.
I think most people like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And a lot of passionate Batman fans, like, especially love it.
So are you?
Oh,
okay.
Have you? I'm guessing you have not watched The Penguin yet.
No, I haven't.
What did you think of the Joker movies, the recent ones with Joaquin Phoenix? Have you seen the second one? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen the second one. The first one's very frustrating.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
From what I hear, the general opinion is that this didn't need to have a Batman skin on it.
Mm.
It's tough because the first Joker movie creates a lot of sympathy for mental health issues, and then it switches to reinforcing harmful tropes about people with mental health issues. But then it acts like it doesn't actually have a point, and then it makes you wonder why you watched the movie in the first place. So it's
Yeah.
a very mixed bag that, like, people will take the wrong way, but the director won't take responsibility for because of the way he put it. But
Yeah, that's what I wanted to add was that it also makes a lot of support. It calls for a lot of support for bad behavior on all sides of like, oh, well, it is justified in the end because they didn't get help. And, two wrongs don't make a right.
exactly, yeah.
But
And it doesn't portray it as a tragedy either.
No, it's not
It's,
a
like,
failure
weirdly
of the system.
triumphant.
Or,
Yeah.
And so,
So-
saying that the director doesn't take any responsibility for that, I feel like is,
I honestly think it's a gross movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Joaquin was good.
It was definitely very well acted.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Back to something with clear morals. Star Wars.
So I thought there was a few. I didn't want to say Knights of the Old Republic references because I'm pretty sure that the Knights of the Old Republic is maybe drawing on this as inspiration. But the description for the dreadnaughts says that they're cylindrical and with like seem like a clam with an overbite. And in my head, I had exactly Malik's Leviathan from the opening of the first KOTOR.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I felt like that was. But then when you go to the, and please don't go to the Dark Force Wikipedia page because that will tell you everything that's going to happen with this MacGuffin. But when you look at the images for that, it doesn't quite look as similar because those are images based off the comic that was also a tie-in to this novel or the novel series. The other reference I thought was that how quickly Failure pulled out a blaster from seemingly nowhere, that you get a line of Bothan holdout blasters in that series, which do talk about how stealthy they are and how, quickly they can come out of nowhere. So I thought that was really cool that they've been consistent with these details.
And there's the Bothan Needler in the game. I remember that's an item to get.
Needler, like the one from Halo?
Probably.
It looks like a holdout blaster.
Concept.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it...
Not in-game mechanics.
Yeah. What's the item description?
You know what? I really want the...
Oh, wait, there's also the Bothan Quick Draw.
Yeah. So the did you go to the...
I did, yeah.
The link? Yeah, if you just Control F, Bothan.
Hot Pocket.
But one...
Yeah.
It should come up with 3 blasters from the first game. I think this is where for the first game.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's many in the second game, but...
Oh, yeah. And the sneaky Failure.
Did you see that coming? Him pulling out a blaster to...
It didn't surprise me.
No, it didn't surprise me at all. I mean...
I figured he'd have lackeys do it.
Yeah, I guess, but...
Yeah. What did surprise me was that Failure had such control over a military mission. Like, as soon as the Star Destroyer showed up, I thought, like, his authority would mean, like, jack shit. Because he is purely a politician. And I'm so surprised that with somebody with no military experience, like, he has espionage experience, but that's not the same as being in the military.
Right.
Like, why isn't Leia the one running this? Well, from the time that the Imperial Star Destroyer shows up, why is Leia not the one in charge? Because she's the one in charge of the Hoth missions and a bunch of other, even after Yavin. Was she in the... She was in the control room, but she wasn't leading the mission, right? Or coordinating.
That's a very good question. I don't know if it's made clear.
Yeah. But like, Leia clearly has this experience.
Yes.
And Failure...
He just had the political support at that time. Yeah.
So I'm surprised that he has gotten so much support up until this point.
Probably kissed a lot of babies.
That'll
Kissed
do
all the
it.
hands, shaked all the babies.
He's got his own red hat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, it is surprising. But we also haven't been seeing what's been happening while they're away.
Right, I mean, who knows? Also, who knows how many overall, like how many people did get on the ship? I did also have a funny little image of like, oh, so you gathered all your closest allies in a very condensed, blow-upable area.
Oh no!
Like this whole movement can just be wiped out super quick.
Oh no!
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did drop a nuke in there for political reasons. Political nuke in there. So I guess this is going to back down very, very quickly.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, convenient. I guess the mode of destruction was just different than I thought. It wasn't a blaster. See, this you got all their followers in a very condensed ship so that they all could hear the message.
Yeah, our engineer puppet confession.
Engineered public confession. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think this first part was interesting, and Karrde's subtle yet abrasive, like egging on of the person was great.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we
absolutely.
oh yeah.
Karrde knows what buttons to push.
I think I'm behind. You guys reacted super late to that statement. Am I a PNG?
We were probably processing.
You're still
yes,
PNG.
you are a PNG. We have PNG Kyle again.
Whenever that happens, I can
Uh-huh.
just think of just do like South Park and just cut my face, the top half of my face off, and just move my head around. For this very visual podcast video. The video's
He's,
rough, right?
Kyle's Canadian now. Yep.
Yeah. I really liked the vibe when they entered the Dark Force, the capital ship.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I did not expect clean, and when I realized why it was clean, it got creepier.
I
Yeah.
I really forgot about maintenance droids. I forgot that there was sentient, like little robots running around keeping this shit up. So it does help me buy in a little bit.
Yeah.
And
that was
hypothetically,
very
let's
good
just
detail.
say, maybe the reason why they're so clean is because they've just been cleaning it for years, so they keep throwing it out. The droids
20
have made it
years.
spotless.
They were working hard.
So who knows what horrors could have been then? They've had a long time to clean
yeah.
these series.
Yeah. Like some
Exactly, yeah.
horrible, xenomorph or whatever is aboard the ship, and the droid's like, "Nope, you're going out there alone."
Right, yeah.
Or just a room full of putrescence.
Oh, well. Or they've just like spaced all the bodies since then. So as they're going through, there's just like this debris cloud of corpses around the ship.
No.
Oh, it's so clean in here. And then when they exit, they're like, well, he's bumping against the hull.
No. It's an asteroid field.
With faces.
That means space is big. That feels like to be a big theme of this novel. Is that like space is so huge that 200 ships can be out of nowhere. More than likely, somebody going light speed has driven through a body in space and like a fly in a window and just.
Gosh.
You're not wrong.
Mhm.
We have hyperspace lanes for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A very good reason.
Yeah, but you can still go sublight, right? Through
Yeah.
real space.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but nobody's going to go sublight through the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, no, but right.
Ready for a decades
If
long
you're
road
around
trip?
like a, yeah, seriously. But I mean, if you're like Mando fleeing from those Republic soldiers in that one episode.
He'll save maybe a few years. If he has enough fuel reserves.
There has to be someone out there who's like a conspiracy theorist who doesn't trust light speed, so they only go average speed wherever they go.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
There's no such thing as hyperspace. The
Right,
universe is
Hyperspace
flat, I
gives you-
tell you.
Hyperspace gives you cancer.
yeah.
Hyperspace is a confabulation of the mental elite. Trying to convince you that you can cross the galaxy in half a week.
They just want us all connected so they can make a new galactic order.
Doesn't it ever creep you out that we have to travel their hyperspace lanes? Why can't I make my own hyperspace lane?
I want to see more Star Wars rednecks. Like that one guy in Obi-Wan Kenobi that was trucking the stormtroopers.
Oh, yeah.
Stormtroopers.
Yeah, I want to see more guys like that.
Real salt of the earth.
What do you think has been up with those droids? They haven't had a mind wipe in half a century. Do you think that they're like fully sentient now, or is there an actual like Stack Overflow thing happening with the droids that now they're just cleaning through the metal, polishing through the
Maybe.
decks?
That'd be crazy.
It's just a cleaning hive mind. It's just absolutely they speak in a new cleaning language. R2 comes and talks to them, and they're like, I can't tell what they're saying. It's like mop, bucket, sponge.
This is the filthiest language I've ever heard.
No, they're all humming the Mr. Clean theme song. Just in unison, perfect sync.
Then every once in a while you get a wax on, wax off.
And we have Lando back in this chapter as well.
You feel like he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I feel like there should have just been like a single line or something saying that he was getting a medical exam, or just, I don't know, didn't want to deal with the politics of the situation or something.
He just Timothy's on briefly forgot him, and so just in this chapter he's just like, and I'm here.
Lando is forget me not. When he's not in the same room, it's very hard to remember him.
How could anyone forget that smile?
I know. It's got so much charm.
That smile is an evolutionary adaptation, so that he can be remembered when he's not in the room.
You'll remember him as long as he smiles at you. Yeah. I liked the tension that started with Thalia sort of like holding them hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an unexpected kind of twist.
Yeah, that was definitely a way to ramp up the tension without
instant Star Destroyer, the space battle. Yeah. Make tension about, can the space battle happen?
I do like Karrde's determination to stay because he didn't want his people just to show up on an ambush.
Yeah. Karrde is very good at
Karrde.
Karrde.
Yeah.
And he's very good at setting boundaries as well. I feel like he's very clear about what he wants out of a situation, and he doesn't let a lot of ambiguity or people feel like they owe him or he owes them. He's like, I'm only here because, these reasons. I don't want my guys to be killed. I'm not here supporting you. I don't want there to be mixed communication right now.
Yeah.
I'm supporting you because it's good for me.
Fair.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah, very clear communication. You can't.
When it comes down to it, that's really the reason we do anything. So why not be honest about it?
Yeah. I feel like there was a lot of really good dialogue in this chapter. There was a line from Failure that says, reality is not required to be fair. And that was very cold, I felt. I mean, it's very true, but it's also like, but
not when you're the one holding the gun.
But that's when we have like our own agency to manipulate reality. So like, yes, the facts of the situation don't have to be fair, but we still have power over the situation to get what we want or make things more fair.
I really felt for Leia.
Yeah.
husband and brother probably about to die and she can't do anything. That's an awful position to be in.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Honestly, even with control, it's a fucking tough situation to be in.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they didn't know if they were going to have enough, fighters or support really to keep away the Star Destroyer, and it's probably just that one shot from Han that has kept, was it the Judicator, out of battle range.
Yeah, and then as a leader, like you definitely want to save the people closest to you, but how many people are you willing to sacrifice if they go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like from what they were saying that a lot of their main supporters are on the ship with them, the people who like believe in them the most, but like that's obviously still people with a monicum of power. Like,
Yeah.
how much can they lose considering how rough they already have it?
And I feel like that was the thing. It's not the wave after wave of my own men kind of situation that happened in the end. It's it said like the X-wings were peeling off in 2s and 3s to go help Rogue Squadron, and in the end, it's everybody's choice. Everybody's there complicitly to engage in that fight, even if they know that it's losing odds. It's not somebody from the top down going march into the killbots, but it's people saying, "I'm going to stand by my comrades to choose to fight with them."
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I've often had thoughts of dying in a last stand, don't know why. It's probably just one of those weird masculine urges to die in a last stand.
I had one of those watching like the last season of Rebels when they're all in the caves, and they're like,
okay.
"But we've got to struggle for this," and I was like, "Man, I wish I had something to fight for like that."
I really felt it in Fury.
Which movie is that one?
Who's in that? Shia LaBeouf, the guy from The Bear. Yeah, it's a military movie. They're all on tanks that have stopped working.
William Lerman, John Bernthal.
Yeah, Bernthal. Yeah. John Bernthal has been really showing up a lot in my life, and I appreciate
it. Yeah.
I thought we established in the Batman section that names do nothing for me.
He's movie. We got Great Gatsby.
Some of the story.
The angel from the end of Constantine. The Punisher. He's there. The Man in the Iron Mask. He was there.
So it sounds like a movie where just a lot of people are present.
Yes, they are there,
Yes.
and they are American soldiers who are trapped in an area where they're going to hold their last stand in 2 or 3 tanks that are stuck where they are.
Okay.
And they have these points where it's like, well, we could leave. We could just kind of abandon these, and they're like, no, not going to happen. Oh, real quick, funny side story. For a long time, I had that movie downloaded on my computer. I had Fury downloaded on my computer. I misspelled it and put 2 R's instead of 1. And after it being there for a while, my partner was like, "Why do you have a file named Furry on your computer?"
A video file at that. There was a line about from, let's get his name again, Captain
Virgilio.
Virgilio. Yeah, so Captain Virgilio, he had a line that said that the rebellion was nothing more than a lost cause to start with, and him saying that to Failure in particular, I wonder if it was the feelings of like Johnny come lately attitude that the Bothans had of like they were in the 11th hour support, they weren't there the whole time, and they didn't particularly fight very hard based on the description that we got much earlier in the book, in the 2nd chapter, the 3rd chapter or something like that, when Luke was doing his research.
Died.
Yeah, many of them died, but like many of us died too, and we've been dying the whole time. I was like, well, maybe you wouldn't understand because, we've been fighting a lost cause the whole time, whereas you saw an opportunity to win and came in
fair.
to grab glory like you are doing right now.
Those boffins.
Oh, we are Both and Hate podcast now?
Yeah.
We've always been a Both and Hate podcast.
Let's say good things about boffins.
I really like their fur.
They have nice soft fur, I guess.
They're probably great to pet.
They are very
make really
expressive once
sneaky
you learn the
guns.
language.
Sneaky guns, yeah. They are great at getting information.
Mm.
My favorite part of this chapter was just Phalia finally getting his, metaphorically getting his teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
I love that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that other line, like, we're closing off this room, sir. His voice respectful, but with an edge. Like, yes, very well handled. I love this.
Yeah.
I also really enjoyed Han's one shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. I love that Lando was like, whatever you did back here made a huge mess.
And Luke's just there sitting next to his ear going, you've got one shot. Don't miss, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss.
Yeah.
Thanks, kid. I don't need that right now.
Yeah. It was very fun. Classic
No,
Han scene.
I'd like to think what he would actually do is hype him the hell up. He's like, no, you don't need him targeting. We got this. You, me, and the Force.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
And then Han's like, that's not how the Force works.
I really enjoyed when they got there and they're like, oh, what ship do we take? And Luke gets like a side quest beacon to go, that one over there.
Like a little spotlight just suddenly shines on it.
So it really makes me wonder how active is the Force sometimes.
That was that ship was like the one book on the bookshelf that is highlighted.
Or like on the wall of like a video game where it's like the only one with detail.
Everything else is a static PNG just floating in space. There's no like parallax or anything to them, but then that one ship is a 3D model.
The ship is just covered in yellow paint.
Detective mode enabled.
Yeah.
I just really like the idea of the Force sometimes pulling. What's the little Navi from Link? It's like, hey, listen.
Hey. Just that little that sound effect, the twinkle of Navi like moving around in the air.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm. And then when they get there and they see the nameplate,
that's the Navi.
Important distinction. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm. And then when they get there and there's a nameplate above, and it's like, "Is this why you wanted it, boy?" It's like he's talking to a dog or a kangaroo. Or, what's that, Skip?
Kangaroo.
There's a very old, before my time. I think it was maybe before my parents' time. Australian episodic thing about kangaroo called Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, and it was a TV show where the kid goes to I don't even know what the show was about, but all I have in my memory bank is just this. What's that, Skip? Somebody's falling down the well?
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like it's like Australia's version of Lassie.
Quite possibly, yeah. Or it's like like Luke is a werewolf that he's just suddenly depowered from like, is this why you want? I don't know. That was werewolf me. I have no idea what I was doing in that trance. Where are we? Why are we here? Did I bring us here?
Why is everybody dead? Did I kill him?
Have you guys heard of the new Werewolf Purge movie coming out?
Oh my god.
No.
It's I'm pretty sure it's written by the same guy who made The Purge, and it's like, yeah, imagine The Purge, but once a year a supermoon turns a bunch of people into werewolves. Some people hide, some people go out to be werewolves, and then some people hunt the werewolves. And it's like, yeah, it's The Purge, but we're werewolves.
That sounds wonderful. That's
Oh, yeah, I
basically
can't
the
wait.
plot of Bloodborne right there.
Yeah, I was saying the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Bloodborne, but werewolves.
Secret Bloodborne sequel. It was never going to be a game. Anything else about this chapter that you guys enjoyed or wanted to comment on?
Plenty.
No, I think I nailed it all. I appreciate Karrde's love for his showed emotion for his found family. Leia's concerned for her
what?
family. Who else is concerned for their family in the chapter? Am I missing a theme?
Mm-hmm.
There was a little moment where Leia she wants to take a lightsaber out and cut Failure in half. And she's like, oh, no, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. You've gone a little far with this.
The dark side can sneak up on you.
Hey, she could have just been like, hey, he tried to shoot me. So
she plants another gun.
Gray Jedi.
Yeah, she plants another gun.
He had a gun and a knife.
So Sabayoth shows up.
Yeah.
And then I have my guest here for everybody.
Oh?
Sabayoth.
Oh, he exists.
Is this why you were 2 hours late?
abs?
Oh my god.
No,
I
made him like at like 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Stuart, can we put him in the logo?
The photo for this one is just going to be a rock. I love it.
That is so cute. Yeah, we'll definitely put it up on social media.
Yeah. Scott, we need a photo.
Yep.
Oh, I love him so much. Can you ship him to me? Can I have him?
We could like ship him. He could be like our little like yeah, right. Yeah, it's our new merch.
What's his name?
It's the Lost Hologram.
Can you turn it back around?
Yeah, Sad by Rock.
And he's even got like little glitter sparkles all over him from when my kids painted it like a long time ago. I just found this rock outside and had glitter all over it.
Wow.
Cute.
I love that. Guys, I think the podcast just peaked.
Oh no.
Thank God.
But yeah, he showed up.
Yeah.
Do you think Sabai Rock was floating behind him?
He was in the co-pilot chair.
Yeah, he's where the like the astromech goes in his ship. But he's like just hovering there.
Yeah. But not Thrawn. Sabayoth is getting pretty scary. It seems like.
Yeah, getting unruly.
So isn't it?
Yep.
Ungovernable.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was kind of losing it this whole time, but
yeah, but to a point that like he is mixing various powers and discovering new.
Yeah, like what he did to the nav officer.
Well, not just that, but like they said that it was a frigate that he got, and so surely you can't pilot that by yourself. So he's in the minds of several people.
True, yeah.
Them to take a frigate to wherever this depot is.
Oh man.
So he's truly unhinged at this point, or like has no respect for. Well, we know that he doesn't have any respect for the people who don't have the Force.
I was just saying, I was looking up Skipper. Yeah, and the very last bottom of it's like often compared to Lassie or Flipper.
Oh,
I was like,
Flipper,
yeah.
Flipper.
I was like, what's Flipper? And the only thing everybody found was like, it's like Lassie.
If you look up Lassie, does it then point to Skippy and Flipper?
I don't know. That would be a wonderful check.
Sabaoth needs to like go in these last 2 chapters, or things are going to get messy.
Oh,
Do you think he survives this trilogy?
He can't. Surely.
I can't. No, I don't think so.
Because it just kind of occurred to me. I was like, there's things I know, and if I find out that I didn't even get spoiled in this chapter or in this book series, if it's some other book series I got spoiled for, god damn it.
Yeah.
Then
I
again,
did
it could be another clone that we see in the future, unless Sabaoth clones.
Oh, this isn't even the Sabaoth clone.
This is Jeruus Sabaoth. We're looking for Jeruus Sabaoth.
Not to be confused with Jeruus Sabaoth.
Joorus Sabaoth.
That's the young version.
The young version. I did think it was particularly funny that Timothy Zahn picking names for all these ships and stuff, that the one that they have to send is called the preemptory, because looking that up in the dictionary says that insisting on immediate attention or obedience, especially in a brisk or impetuous manner or imperious manner. And like that's exactly what happened with Sabaoth jumping in.
That's perfect. I love it.
Very clever. Very clever wordplay there.
I like him being more active now, though, instead of just like chilling on his
Sabaoth?
Yeah.
He needs to
it's an interesting wrinkle. Yeah. Cause
he
havoc.
Is the clone.
Yes.
Let us see that clone shenanigans that Kyle was talking about.
Yes, please. I think we just had 2 Scots run into the room, unless I missed something.
This is Scott Art, not...
Yeah, right.
Good escalating tension in this chapter.
Very, very good. It's not the Thrawn chapter that I was hoping for after the last one, but we did get a mention of Delta Source, not from Thrawn, but from Han, saying, well, we found out that they call it Delta Source. Do you guys have any ideas about what Delta Source is?
No, still no.
Either it's, I don't know. I think it's either maybe one of the Bothans or somebody we've never heard of yet.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't seem to have any extra information. So maybe Delta Source didn't come up in the last chapter, but...
What if they're holding Mon Mothma's family for ransom? And that's why she looks so stressed sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be something different, because why does it have a sick code name?
Yeah.
I know. That's a pretty good code name.
Why not just have informant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very official informant source.
Right.
Maybe it's in a droid.
Oh. Okay. So I've known what Delta Source is the whole time, but like the name is also very good. The fact that it's called Delta Source is also a very good wordplay by Timothy Zahn. I'm like, yes, another round of applause, please.
I'm excited to find out what Delta Source is.
I was talking to somebody on Discord that finished this trilogy, and they were so mad when they found out what Delta Source is.
No.
They were like, it's the one thing. The one thing they were mad about with the book, but everything else was great.
Oh no!
It's a series of smoke signals.
They're sending space ravens.
Another thing that you have to look out when you're going through hyperspace.
Space pigeons.
Because they also smack against your windshield.
No, they're like the Purgle. They go to hyperspace too.
Okay.
Yeah. So they won't smack against your windshield. Everyone's just going to blow up.
You have one of the Purgles going into hyperspace, but it's just one of these space ravens blasting a hole through your ship. You gotta make sure you're out of the way. So they're going to set course back to the Katana Fleet. That was an interesting... So they're already there to assess the Katana Fleet, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
But then why would they leave it? They're like, we're here
Maybe
now,
they just
everybody
didn't-
come.
Maybe they just didn't have the means to take it back at the moment.
Yeah, probably.
Because, I don't know, were they expecting to just slave all the ships? Or what?
How much time did he get? I forget. How much of a head start did Thrawn have?
Well,
Has it been hours
It's
or
a
has it
l-
been days?
I'd have to say days.
Yeah, I think so. Because he paid off the captain, right?
Yeah, it's at least however long it took Han and Lando to get back to Coruscant, plus a day. Because they had their meeting in the evening and then were leaving the next morning, which really wasn't long, not a lot of time. So
Maybe they just weren't able to find the capital ship.
oh, okay, so they're looking to get to the Katana to take them all out at once, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, maybe that was it, and they were just unsuccessful.
Mm.
They didn't have the side quest marker, the yellow paint.
They need to get Sabaoth in to
Yeah.
use his detective mode.
Yes.
Oh man, that is one more quick thing I just remembered is that the thing that you and I were talking about, Tim, is an option for Silent Hill where you can turn the yellow paint off.
What do you mean?
In Silent Hill, I heard that they had a yellow paint off,
the
like
remake?
turn off switch.
No, they actually just straight up did white cloth instead, which fits the aesthetic much more.
What did I say hearing
Mm.
that
Yeah.
just did
It,
also the
it looks
yellow
really
paint
good,
off?
and it's like noticeable, but it also like blends in. It's great.
Interesting. My
Yeah.
thoughts ruined. Okay.
So like once you see it, you'll be like, aha, but it's not gonna destroy your immersion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very good remake. Very good.
Sounds
game.
like a nice addition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well thought out.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting onto the Katana, all these references that we've made of a bicycle in the woods. Like imagine it has a combination lock on it, and you can just get there and they're like, oh yeah, this is the bicycle I've been looking for, and then being able to open a combination lock. Me and my family went on a day trip once, and I'd found a combination lock, and I spent a lot of the day trip just flicking through like brute forcing the combination, and so I started at 111 and then went all the way up to what was it in the end? But there was going to be like 1,000 combinations on that 3-digit lock, and like they've just walked into the ship and can start using it. How the hell did they do that?
Brute forced with the force.
Brute force. I mean, I don't know. If I was going aboard a ship like that, I would probably study up on it a little bit first, to before we started the trip or whatever.
Yeah, I guess
I don't
maybe.
know.
Yeah, if it was 50 years ago, maybe the combination's a public record type of thing.
Yeah.
So if anybody finds that the combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. Now, I'm sure that tech team the whole trip there. I imagine the tech team the whole way there was looking at YouTube tutorials on how to get that ready.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, why not? Honestly,
Yeah,
they had lots of time to research.
I mean, it sounds like these ships were somewhat public knowledge, as far as like their class and everything, or at least military knowledge.
Yeah.
What were they? Dreadnought class, or is that the type of ship they were? I forgot now. But
They are dreadnought cruiser class.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anybody else got anything else?
This has gone differently from what I expected so far, and I like what it has done, and I like that it's building to a bigger engagement,
No.
which is more in line with what I expected.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Which
we
is
got here to the
also
Katana
kinda
Fleet in this
satisfying.
book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was a great. One thing I wanted to talk about was I loved how Wedge was just like so fiery, with Phalia, and Phalia's like, "Hey, you guys need to come back," and he's, I have orders from Mon Mothma. He's like, "Oh yeah, can you prove that?" I loved Wedge in this. I loved Wedge in his banter back and forth with Phalia, and just like he's just like,
Good guy Wedge.
Yeah, good guy Wedge. I love how they're true rebels at heart, even if it's against their own organization.
Yeah, we talked last time about the Star Wars' problem with rebellion and authority, and like it feels good here. I don't know why the newer stuff just feels, I don't know, not disingenuous, but like kind of trite, or like they're not trying to make you want authority to win in the end.
Oh, that's a big thought. There's a lot of ways we could go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll get
cultural context.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be much more towards the end of the book, or towards into the next book that will bring this up again. So
yeah.
But yeah, I feel like is Carson the new Wedge in the post-Empire Disney canon?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
In a way,
yeah.
I think so. I like I referred that episode of Mando earlier, but when it's Carson, his little sidekick guy, and Mando like takes off, and Carson's like, "Do you really want to follow the report on this?"
What if it was
sounds like
just
something
kind
Wedge
of,
would say.
Yeah.
What if it was just kind of lifted from this?
Could have been.
I mean, at some point we could probably read the X-Wing series and compare what they're doing, because that'll probably be several years down the track.
Yeah.
And they will have made like X-Wing Squadrons. And what's the X-Wing movie that they're making? Is it just called
Rogue
X-Wing?
Squadron. Yeah.
Rogue Squadron, yeah.
Which is back on track.
Oh, cool.
Woo!
Yay! And then there's Dave Filoni's Heir to the Empire thing.
Oh, yeah.
Is that actually a thing, or is that just speculated?
Oh, that's a thing. That's happening.
Is it really a real thing?
Yeah.
Is it like these books, or is it like his own Heir to the Empire type thing?
It's Heir to the Empire with Ahsoka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Rebels characters. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I think that has a lot of potential.
Yeah, it's got to divert like a lot from what's going on here, but we'll see.
Cool. All right. This has been The Lost Holocron. You can find transcripts, links to discussions, and more at our website, lostholocron.com. While you're there, you can learn how you can support the creation of future episodes. Read on, and we'll be waiting for you in the next transmission. We would be honored if you would join us.